Welcome, everybody, and thank you so much for joining me today. And you are going to be so glad you did. As we talked about in the introduction, in the post that I sent, today we have a very special treat because Erin Lemmy and Nadia Davidson are going to be sharing with us all about boards. And I know the boards have been one of the best things that's happened as far as I'm concerned in the last year or so. But there's a lot of things I still don't know how to do about it. So I'm really excited to get to turn this over. And thank you so much, Erin and Nadia. And we're looking forward to everything that you're going to be sharing with us. So take it away.
Great. Well, thank you so much. I'm excited. We're going to do quick overviews of kind of what we've taught before and then add some new things in. So I'm going to be covering the technical aspects of boards, how-tos, those kinds of things. And then Nadia is going to be taking over and covering more of the creative aspects of how we can use boards in our business and in other areas of our lives too. So it's pretty fun. All right. So it would be helpful if you have like your computer and you also have your phone to take a look at that, and maybe we can walk through things together. Okay, so some things are changing in boards. I'm going to go ahead and share my computer screen so you can see, and I'm going to bounce back and forth between my computer screen and my phone, just so you can see here. Okay, so this is the boards app that is on your phone, or excuse me, on your computer. And you can go to app.boards.com and log in, and you can do really a lot of things here as far as creating. But I just wanted to show you quickly what's happening with boards, because it is changing and they are moving to a subscription model. Thankfully, there is a free version, and the free version will operate pretty closely to how we have been using it before. The only thing that it does limit, which is a huge bummer, is that when we use it in our keyboards, which I'll show you in just a second if you don't understand, when you use that in keyboards, you get 100 messages and posts from the keyboard. After that, you can still use it. You're just going to be needing to use it from your app. And I'm going to show you how to do that on your phone. And then if you'd like to, you always have that embedded in all of your keyboards and your apps, in Messenger, in texting, in Facebook, in Instagram, all those things. Then you do have to have the upgraded version. So it's $6.99 if that's billed annually, or $10 a month. So I want you to know, like, if you are a new user, I don't know about you guys, but it gets overwhelming to me. I'm like, how many subscriptions do I have to have my world function? And you don't need to have this subscription. Okay, so I really want you to know, don't be like, oh my gosh, I can't use boards. We can use boards, and I'm going to show you how. So I'm going to actually go back to my phone so that you can see exactly what we're talking about here. So I'm going to share this, share screen, and screen broadcast, start broadcast. Okay, here we go. It's going to start in just a couple seconds here. So hang on, and you're going to see my messy phone. All right. My girls would call it messy. Here we go. So here's my phone. Here is my boards app. Right down here at the bottom, I wish I could have a pointer, but it's down here on the left-hand side. So that's what the app actually uses. When I talk about using a keyboard, though, I'm going to show you how to use it just in a text, because that's how I use boards 90% of the time, or in Messenger. So I'm going to go ahead and click my Messenger button. That's down in the top bottom right-hand corner. And I'm going to pull up Bren because she's my buddy. And let's say that I am wanting to send Brenda something that is in the Boards app. So real quickly too, why we use boards is because boards is like it's a board of little tiny folders, and you can see these folders here. This is our Team Extreme boards, that files all kinds of information. It's beautiful because we can always update it. So you're getting updated information and not old information. And even now, as some of the pricings are changing, some of the things haven't quite been updated, but Stacy's working on that, and we're working on that together as a team. So it is beautiful where you can keep fresh information all in one place, where you're not looking like, do I find that on Freedom Revolution, which you can still find things on, or do I find that on the hub in the Juice Plus office, or however that works. So this is a great way to, especially, I use this primarily to send my customers information. So let's take a look. We're going to say, what's new? This is something that's super fun. In what's new, I don't know if you've explored this "Did you know" button here, but it's fantastic. And it has some really cool videos on, did you know that how Juice Plus has grown? That's this video. And so what I would do is I'd click on that video. It goes right into Brenda. And I can say something about it. So if I do that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to click here. I'm going to go back to my ABC. I'm going to go back to my keyboard setting. Whoops, no, I'm not. Sorry, ignore that part. Get me back there. Getting back here. Here we go. I'm going to go back to my ABC, and it'll take me right back to my thing. And I'm going to say, how Juice Plus has grown. If I'm going to want to, thanks for taking a look, whatever I want to say, and I'm going to send that. Okay. And there we go. And we talk about the different farmers. So it's beautiful. You can send that, but that counts. If I'm sending that from my embedded keyboards, that's counting as 1 out of that 100. I can also beautiful pictures here. And these are pictures that we'll talk about later in our text, but you can use some of these pictures if you'd want to do like an Instagram story. They're fantastic and laid out. And then you could also put in one of the videos, and you're great. So if you guys will see on that screen, it says, see how it says 35 shares left? I'm running out of juice, right? But this is how you can use boards within your text. Now, let's say that I don't want to use up all my 100. So now I'm going to go back. I'm going to click out of this. And you can do that just by pulling up on your screen for Apple users. I'm going to click into boards, click into Team Extreme. I'm going to go to that same spot, what's new? And did you know? And oh, I want to actually send Brenda information about the research, how we do the research. I'm going to click
And leave
that
a pebble the seed.
I'm going to push pause here. I'm going to click my up arrow, which is in the top right hand corner, and I'm going to send that to Brenda. So she just pops up on my favorites here. But it'll do that same thing, and then I'm not using up those 100 messages. Does that make sense? Anybody have any questions about that particular thing, about using the keyboards versus using the boards app? And
I'm not real clear on it yet.
not yet. Okay, so I'm going to just go back. So remember that when you use, so going back through, I'm going to text somebody. If I'm texting somebody here, am I still screen sharing?
No.
No. Okay. Okay. I must have clicked something. Sorry, guys. Hey, I would like to still share, please. Screen. Okay, let's do this again. Sorry about that, everybody. Okay, so because we're now limited to 100 shares, anytime that you use your keyboard, you can access boards. So let's do something different. I'm going to go into my Messenger app. This is the app right up here that says 2 on it. And this is my Facebook Messenger app, okay? I'm going to grab this. I'm in this chat with Nadia and Brenda here, okay? I can still, if I'm going to text somebody, I can come down to the world. Can everybody see that on the screen? The little world app is where I get my boards. I'm going to click there and my boards will pop up. If you don't see it, go ahead and click on boards. And then I click on Team Extreme. and I can decide, oh, I would actually really like to send some information about the Juice Plus products. And I'd like to send prices to Brenda. I'm going to click on prices, and I'm going to click on this. Now, sometimes for photos, it'll say copy and paste. I've copied it, and now I'm going to hold down my finger in that line. I'm going to push paste and send, and that's gone. But do you see on my little blue screen, it says I only have 34 shares left. So if I click out of my Messenger app, I'm going to click on my Boards app. My Boards app is the white one with the black. Okay, so now I'm in my Boards app, and I'd like to share the same thing. Let me put that out. I'm gonna, this is a great, Juice Plus Products has tons of information. Some of my favorite things are in this Juice Plus Boards app is like the facts and specific conditions. You can go to specific interest in conditions, and I love this because they're alphabetized. I have a few friends with cancer right now, and this AEIOUs through cancer is fantastic. I'm going to go into that. I'm going to click this little up arrow button in the top right-hand corner. And I'm going to select on here. Let's see if I have my Facebook Messenger. Did I go past it? There's Facebook. I could send it directly to Facebook.
It's in the row above. In the row above.
Oh, is it here? Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Here it is my message. It was something that I had just used. So it's that very first one that's here. And if it wasn't here, if I wasn't looking down here and I'm like, oh, I need to find Messenger, you would go here and I'd include Messenger in this. Okay, and I'm going to click this one and I'm sending to these. Does that make sense, Brenda? Is that more clear?
Mhm.
Now I've sent that from the app rather than sending it embedded in my text. Are we okay? And I can't see everybody
So
because
when we do it through the app, then it's free.
it's
I
free.
mean, it doesn't use any of your 100.
You
Okay.
got it, Tina. Yep. So that's a workaround, and it still works really great. It's just one more step. The nice thing about Boards having it embedded in your keyboards is you can use it within the apps and not have to use it in the Boards app.
Erin, I have a question, please.
Yes.
Okay. So my cell phone has my cell number, but when I send information out to my clients, I want to use my Google Voice number. So can I send something to my notes and store it in my notes and now continually source it from my notes?
I don't know. You will have, that's something that you would have to play around with, Deborah. Is that who I was talking with? I'm sorry.
Yes.
Yes. I'm not sure about that. We could play around with that and see if that's something that you could do.
Okay, thank you.
I have two questions. Erin.
Yes, Dale. Mhm.
The 100 you're talking about, is that per month?
I think it seemed like it was 100 total free.
Oh, really? Wow.
Yeah, I know that's not a much.
And I have a ton of these videos in my notes that I use all the time, and it had nothing to do with boards, and that would be absolutely free too.
Yeah, that has nothing to do with Boards. So if you could do it like Deborah was talking about, that's great. But the benefit of Boards, we don't want to like keep reinventing the wheel.
Yeah.
The benefit of Boards is that you have something at your fingertips that you can send to people, and a really great information storing site. So it's really, really good. Any other questions about that, specifically about how to use the app and the workaround to use it in a free version?
I just
Okay.
wanted to quickly mention to Deborah, if you go into Boards and you select the relevant article you want to share or picture or whatever, you can copy it or you can send it. So what I sometimes do is I copy it and then I insert it into my text messages, my SMS, and, send it to a different of my phone number. So I send it to my other phone number, and then you have it on your other phone number, and then from there you can share. So that would be another workaround, but again, it has nothing to do with the actual boards.
Thank you.
That's a great idea. Okay, we're going to move on to how you personalize pages. We've covered this before, but I think it's worth covering again. Personal pages, I'm going to go ahead and share my computer screen now. Personal pages are here. If you go to Team Extreme Boards, and we're going to go to Product and Business Pages. So this is a page that you would send. I'm going to go ahead and click on Personalized Landing Pages. And right now, like, this is my favorite one, even though it doesn't show up with a picture right here. It's great because you can have a link with all these kinds of information, and you're allowing the prospect or the customer to go as deep as they want with the information. So you're giving a little bit of, you're giving some information about the product, you're giving videos about the product. And then one of my favorite things is you have an actual link. It's so beautiful that hey, I'm ready to order, and we can go right in and order with a touch of the button, okay? So I wanted to teach you how to, once again, make that personalized page your own, because you don't want to be coming down here. I'm going to go back to this. And you don't want to be sending out information like I have on this one, someone else's phone number, and you want your own phone number on there, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to you're going to go to the personalized landing pages on the Team Extreme board. So I'm going to show you real quick, once again, how to get there. You're going to go to your Team Extreme board. You're going to go to Product and Business Pages. And then these are all pages that you can use. They're thank you pages. There's all kinds of beautiful pages in here. I'm going to just cover personalized landing pages today. And what we're going to do is we are going to, do you see here how it says view only? So the nice thing about this is you can't mess this up because it's in the Team Extreme page, okay? But we want to change it and personalize it. So you're going to go over here to these 3 dots right next to the Team Extreme boards, and you're going to choose Select. Now do you guys see that there are all these boards that I can select? There's a little bubble on the top left-hand corner. So I'm going to just do a few of these. You can do as many as you want on this page, and then you can erase, take away, do whatever you want to do, okay? So I'm going to just take those 4, and I'm going to come up here to this blue sign, this blue bar, and it says copy. And then I'm coming back to my boards. This is like my little page where I see all my people. So I have had a lot of people on here that I have had new people come on, or people that didn't quite understand boards. So I just made them for my team. But I'm going to add a board. It says create board. So you add this little plus sign, create board. And we are going to come up here, and it's going to say paste here, okay? And sometimes, there we go. Sometimes it takes a couple of pushes, so don't be worried. So then you can label this board. So I'm just going to say example. Okay. And now I'm going to go right into this Juice Plus capsules board. This is one of my favorites. Just briefly describes what these are: Juice Plus capsules and chewies. You can change that. I really don't like that word chewies, so chews, I would say. But let's say, so we want to keep this information, but we're going to go ahead. You might probably want to keep these videos. They're my favorite, but maybe you want to add in a different video, and you definitely want to add in your information, okay? So we're going to go to edit. And now it's allowing me to add each of these things. So Nadia is going to go over a little bit more of, hey, I might want to build a page of my own and how to do that a little bit, I think. And if we don't get there, we can do that more. But you'll see here, you can have the content of more boards. You can have headlines, texts, images. You can upload videos. And this is the one where if you are if you subscribe to the subscription of boards, then you can put in your own personalized videos, YouTube links, and make a button. So we're going to be editing the button. But let's say just for kicks, I don't like this chewies. I would like for it to say and chews or chewables. There we go. Or if you wanted to add something here, done. I need to move you guys. There we go. So we're going to say done. Okay, and now I'm going to take a look at these links. So I've just clicked there, and on your phone, you can only edit the button. This is why you need to do this on your computer for boards, okay? But this is so nice. All you have to do is put your name in here, whatever your Juice Plus is. So you don't need to change any of this. That's already there. We're going to say done. And then let's just take a look. Oh, whoops. I'm going to say done. We have to do that in a little bit. So you're going to just go through each button and change it. Okay. At the bottom, don't forget to add your own content. So we're going to change your phone number real quick here. Maybe here you want to say contact Erin at and done. So now I'm going to say done up here, and then go ahead and check. Also, just do a quick check to see if your links worked. So I'm going to go here and hey, here comes my Juice Plus content. My computer's being funny with the juiceplus.com, but that's okay. Yep, and we are all here. Sorry about that, guys. Your computer won't do this. For some reason, my computer's just being funny. But my Juice Plus website pops up here then. Okay, any questions about that? Any questions about boards and landing pages and creating those landing pages so they are your own?
Erin, I have one question.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so you were just saying to edit, to make it personalized, you need to do that through the Boards app on your laptop, not your phone. Is that correct?
Correct. Not
Okay.
on the phone. Yep.
Okay, thanks.
And it looks like this. It looks like app.boards.com.
Okay, thank
Yep.
you.
And then you're just going to sign in. And always remember, guys, at least on Apple, I always forget my password. So you can just go into the settings. You can go into the settings and then just scroll down to your passwords in settings, and it usually will save your stuff. At least it does.
Okay, thanks.
Another question.
Yes, Dale.
So basically, you have to copy the whole boards onto a different name to be able to personalize them all.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Yes. Yeah.
And
And
then
they
you've
need
been
to
doing
each
that-
be in their own boards. So that you can personalize specifically for that one. Because if you change it, if I've tried it before where I've copied it and sent it to somebody, I thought I changed it, and I did not change it because it's that specific board.
And you're doing that for each of the partners under you as well?
Well, the ones that I know that are going to use it, that we're having a hard time. And I've been doing it as a quick startup. I just do a couple of those boards. So for my new partners, so they have something quick and easy that they can share that's their own.
That is fabulous.
Yeah.
That's nice.
And it does, I mean, it literally takes 2 minutes. I mean, I feel like if we can, some people would disagree with me. I think it's important for them to learn this skill, but in the beginning, I think if we can bring content that is personalized really quickly to our partners, I think they're more successful.
Aaron, I need help. I don't know how to get to Team Extreme boards.
Got it.
Because while you were doing that, I thought, oh, let me see if I can do this on my phone. And I don't have, the only thing I have on my phone is Boards, the Boards app.
But not the Team Extreme boards.
No, and so I need to get that on my phone
You do.
or on
Tina,
my laptop.
I'm gonna text you. So that's something too, that I've done. Guys, pitch in here because is probably a better way. But on my notes section in my phone, I have a boards notes that I
Okay.
will send to my team that says, here's how you get on Team Extreme. So I'm going to send that right now to you, Tina. I think I have it
Thanks.
still. Mhm.
Facebook page, right at the very top, there's a whole part about that Elaine put in there about what to do to get on the boards page. It's a-
Okay.
So go, yeah, because I see that Facebook a lot. Okay, so that's one place to also go is to the Facebook Team Extreme. Okay.
Do
And
that.
you know,
Tina,
I
don't
think
have
a
your
couple
phone
years
number.
ago, there was something, because my keyboard actually looks different. I have the little world. So this is Team Focus Boards. I have that on my phone.
Yeah, so
It's
you'll
in
want to get
it's in
Team
my phone.
Yeah, everybody on Team Extreme really wants to get Team Extreme because Elaine works really, and Brenda really work closely with Stacy, who kind of
Okay.
doesn't
Good.
oversee, gives all our stuff, and then we can also send out announcements and different things like that. Yeah.
And
So-
do you have a quick way for me to remove the Team Focus Boards that's in my phone?
You can delete that, but honestly, Tina, if you have it, it is sometimes nice to have a couple of different boards that you can go and check out. If it's driving you crazy and it's too much,
Oh.
you can push the little caret up. Let me show you. Let me share my screen again.
Because right now, all I have to do is hit the world, and it opens it up for the little
Right.
dashboard or whatever.
Yeah. So I mean, I have a ton. This might drive everybody crazy, but these are all my boards that I have here.
I do better with just fewer.
Just a couple. Yep. Then you can just go in. Let me see. There was one that on here that it was just a so you can go in here and I'm double clicking. Is that right? You can go up to this and delete board.
So on my phone, I have the Team Focus Board open, and just click that and look for something that says select. Or is that what you did?
If you go to the boards app, look for, if you open that board and then look for the 3 dots at the top right hand corner.
Yes,
delete
yes.
board.
Leave board.
Yeah, it'll say delete board.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, it doesn't say delete, it just says leave board.
Okay. Oh yeah, right. You would leave that board
Okay.
because it's not something that you've created. Sorry.
Okay. And
Mhm.
then if I want to put the Team Extreme board on my phone, and I send things using my phone, is that going to be considered a text that it's going to use out of the number of 100? Because I don't think I really understand that.
Sure. So the only time that, let's see, am I still sharing here?
No.
Okay. The only time that you use, that you're using those hundreds are if you're already in an app, like let's say you're texting and you're in your texting app, and then you use that little world button and you send something through that little world button through Pages.
Okay.
within your message app. That would
So the
count.
best thing to do is to go to the Team Extreme board like you were showing us, and
You'd go
then
to
to send
the
it through
board
there.
You got it. So
Okay.
you'd go to the board app on your phone,
Gotcha. Okay.
and then you'd select Team Extreme and do that through the
Perfect.
Facebook. Yeah, that
Okay.
information is on Facebook.
Okay,
Great.
thanks. That's good.
Yeah. Any other questions about that? And I'm
Yep,
gonna let
well,
Nadia take.
A slightly different question.
Mhm.
I loved how you had a special one just for Spanish. So did you take all the Spanish videos and just put it onto a Spanish board and then change all the names for your links?
You know what? I'm not sure where I got that Spanish board.
There's a Spanish one to click on in where you were, and you can just go down and click on it. It says Spanish resources. So
Okay.
you-
thank
you
Team
must-
Extreme.
Oh, as
And
part
you
of the
sign,
Extreme
you
board.
sign in. Mhm. The other question I have for you, I noticed that you had Team Campbell, and I know a long time ago they offered that. How do I get that board?
That's a great question. I can send that to you.
Okay.
Or
do you
If I
need
put
my-
that,
group
why don't I
chat.
put that on Facebook, on our Facebook Team Extreme? And then I'll also put, that, let me see, I think that I can do that. So let me work on that while Nadia takes over. And I'll also do the Team Extreme link there, and so that we can have a couple of different pages that you can access. Is there anything else that somebody saw that needs to be shared that way?
Oh, Erin,
Yes.
by the way, is that the boards that was mentioned at the convention in Atlanta?
The Campbell
Uh,
team.
Yeah, I'd love that too, please.
Okay, yep, I'll see if I can post that to our Facebook group.
Do me a favor, if you can share your phone again. If not, I can walk people through it.
Uh-huh.
Just share how you can shuffle the boards around and put them in a different order.
Oh, sure, okay. Sorry, let's see, let me get, okay, so I am gonna share my phone now. I'm trying to share my phone, guys, sorry about that. Okay, here we go. All right, so has everybody seen my phone? So I'm gonna go ahead and go to boards. Oops, and it was just, I was trying to share, okay, let's see. So Nadia, are you saying like, how would I shuffle this way? So I'm gonna go ahead and go reorder. So like, yeah, because I have Team Extreme as my first one. And then I have my personal landing pages. Lemmy Landing Pages is my husband's business that we work together. And then Campbell Team. But let's say I wanted to reorder these. Oh, or you can turn them, you can hide them completely. So that would be Tina, rather than deleting, you can just hide them.
Can't
then-
you just click on the three lines and
And then,
slide it?
yeah, and then, is that what I do? And then I can slide it up and down. Thank you. Thank you for letting me be the guinea pig, because I didn't really know.
Sorry, I thought you did.
Thanks that we can teach each other, you guys. Thanks, Dale. You know, you're great.
Well,
Awesome.
I
Anything else?
know just enough to get me in trouble, but
I know. This is why we need each other, because I learned so much. I'm like, how did you do that on your phone? Okay,
Well,
so
it's just very helpful. Let's say you're doing an event and you're creating a boards just for that event, and you want to have that information on your at your fingertips instead of, you know, scrolling through the Team Extreme content or whatever. Then you can create a boards for the event and then, you know, put that on top for that day.
great.
And then it's easy to find.
That's so great.
good
And then
idea.
look, I can, rather than having all of my other people's pages open, I can just close those out. That's fantastic. Thank you, Nadia, for teaching that. Oh, that's so much cleaner. Well, maybe. We'll see. Okay, I'm gonna unshare so that you can take over, Nadia.
Okay, thank you very much, Erin. So let me just share this 1 second. 1 second, please. I'll share in a second, 1 minute.
Okay, and she's sharing, and I'm gonna go ahead and try to share those those Campbell teams and Team Extremes on our Facebook pages now too, guys. Any other questions? How's everybody doing? Good.
So we'll go to the top of the Team Extreme and you'll have the link up there. Is that what you're saying?
I'm hoping, dear.
Okay. If not, I can leave in my message, my number if you want that.
Or leave it in our
Yes.
chat here too.
Yes. Yes, I am hoping to be able to
Okay.
share. Okay.
Okay, so can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Okay, good. So what I wanted to share with you, just to continue on the sort of like the organizational part of things. When you're in your desktop version, you actually have a drop-down menu possibility. So instead of, let's say, going to Team Extreme and then kind of like looking for it here, you can also go on the boards and click the little arrow on the left, and then you have the drop-down menu here. And then if you want to go into what's new, then you can go into that one, into that folder, and then all the subfolders open up as well. So you can actually stay here on the left side until you have found what it is that you're looking for. This may make things a little bit faster. So, so I'm gonna talk a little bit about the creative side. So Erin has laid the groundwork so that you know your way around, know how to send something, copy something, adjust and alter the existing pages that I believe Stacy had put together, so that you can just change the link and run with that. And I want to talk a little bit about how you can really use the boards as your absolute creative hub and the hub for all of the content that you need for your business. Because I don't know, maybe I'm the only one, but I don't think I am. We have information, notes, stuff left, right, and center. We have it in chats, we have it on our phone, we have it in writing, scribbled on some paper, we have it in some PDF version, and so on and so forth. And it's just stuff that's just everywhere. At least that's the problem that I struggled with and I'm still struggling with. And I have discovered that boards is an amazing tool to organize my own information and my own stuff that I need or would like to share, when it comes to my business. So I have, for example, created my own boards, which I then called My Juice Plus. I copied everything from Team Extreme and from Team Focus onto my boards. But for example, I would be lost without this little thing where I have all of the the Zoom links. And I know that this is the first board that opens up where all of my Zoom links are, stored. So that's another, great place to be putting something. Or if you're, let's say you're taking screenshots of Elaine's Monday calls, and you're taking notes of, the learns, then you could create within your own boards, you can create a folder, training, and then you add the date and you do a little subfolder like this one, and you call it, training, what is today, the 15th, May 15th, and then the topic, and then everything that you write down, everything that you screenshot, you can just stick into that subfolder, and you can always go back to review the coaching that you received. So there's a wonderful tool to get yourself organized that way and to know where can I find my things. Who's already doing that?
Could you share how you did that? Like the previous training Zoom links, for instance, how did you add them to this board?
Okay, so I basically, I'm just gonna do another one. Okay, so I'm gonna do a folder. I add and I create a folder, and I'll call it Vail, so that I know that's you know, for the purpose of this exercise. And so I'm gonna bring it up. You know that you can shuffle those around as well, right? Wait 1 second. I want to bring you all the way to the top here. Okay, so I'm going to copy this now so that you see how I do it, but you can maybe copying it from somewhere else, right? So let's say Elaine sends you the link and you're copying it off Messenger or, you know, Facebook or wherever. So you would be going into your boards and then you would enter add and a link. Okay, and this is where you would then be pasting the link and then enter next. I'm not doing this right now. Or if you have it, if somebody sent you, if I was to send you this folder, you could select this one. You could copy, and then you can populate it by pasting it here. Okay. So anything that we create, so I would always go with the folder first, and then you can add the different type of format that you want to add, right? So you can add a page, create a page, you can add text, image. We already talked about the video. You can add a YouTube link and, you know, any link, including a Zoom link. So that's what I did to, you know, to know where I can find something and on what days and so on and so forth. So like little bits of information that I needed when I started here and to find my way around is in my boards. Also, you know, if you come across other trainings or links that you want to have a little bit closer to you and more readily available, you can, you know, absolutely create your own boards with the information coming from Team Extreme, as well as anything that's important and pertinent to your personal business.
So you're saying that you can just copy a video from anywhere and then paste it onto your Zoom, onto your, that link page on boards?
Yeah, so do you want me to show you how to paste a YouTube
Yeah.
video in?
Yeah, so like
Okay.
one of our previous training videos that is on Team Extreme, how would we add that to a board?
Oh, a previous training video?
Well, as an
Let me just
example.
go, yeah, let me just go onto YouTube to just show you the that. So I don't know. So we'll do here. This one, okay. So I click on it, I go share, copy. I'm still in YouTube right now. Then I go to boards, I go into your folder. I want to add something to this folder. What do I want to add? I want to add a YouTube video, and I paste the link from the YouTube video in here. Press next, press done, and then the YouTube video is in your folder. And Erin had shown you already, and then you can watch it in the recording again. So I don't want to repeat it for, you know, because I'm conscious of the time. She showed you how you can copy content from an existing board into your personal board. So if you want to revisit that, then I would suggest you watch the recording. So I also want to encourage you to create a photo library, right? So we have a lot of, you know, information and photos that we can share, but we're constantly taking pictures that we could use to share with potential clients or use on social media. So let me just see here. So I have a couple of partners in Germany, And because, you know, I wanted to give them some information and some stuff to work with, I created a folder where I have all of my, it's not loading. It's loading very poorly on the laptop version, but everything that you see here. So we have, you know, I have tons of pictures that I took of my tower guns, and they are free to use all of my material, obviously, to, you know, to share with potential clients what a, you know, tower garden will look like once it's up and running, you know, what you can cook with it and whatever else. So it's a great place for you to, instead of scrolling through your phone, or instead of having a folder in your phone app on your phone, take the pictures that you would like to share in the future with potential customers or partners, and create a folder to transfer them onto the boards, because then it's so much easier for you to then forward them, because this is going to be your information hub with everything that you need for work, and you don't have to constantly look into different apps and, you know, pull information out. Another thing that I started doing is creating customer hubs. So, I mean, not that I have a lot of customers yet, but this is probably a good thing, because I can think about how will I structure my business when I'm up and running with a lot of customers, and who has the problem that you're sending your customers something, and then after a while I ask you the same question, or you can't remember what you send them, how you send them, when you send them the information, whether you use text message, whether you use the drip campaign, whether you send them an email, and you go like, oh my God, where did I know I sent it, but where did I send it and when did I send it? And you're scrolling and you're searching and you're using up a lot of your time. Or your customer asks you, could you, you know, like, could you send me the price list, or, you know, whatever it is. How about having a board for your customer and explaining to your customer, hey, this is how I work, just FYI. So, you know, you're setting the stage in order to work efficiently and make sure that no information that I send to you that you would like to have gets lost in the shuffle of email and text messages. I'm working with an app called Boards, and you have your personalized hub and your personalized space where all the information and everything we ever talk about is stored, and you can access it at any given time and revisit it. So I have this customer here, and she had a ton of questions. So I said to her, I'm creating a boards for you, explained to her briefly what it is. I said, you will only get one link. And when I do send something, when I do put something new in there, I'll send you the boards link as a reminder, but I only need to send you a link, and you know that everything new and everything old is in one place. So these are all of the things that she was interested in. And now she can refer back to it at any time she wants. Nothing gets lost. And she can even forward it to some of her friends. And she knows where everything is. It's so super easy. Like, this is my discovery of the month. What do you think about that?
That's great.
So, and like Erin suggested, if, you know, if it becomes too much, then you can just, you know, use the feature on the phone. You can't do it here, and you can just hide those boards and, you know, just pull them up if and when you need them. So the other thing when it comes to customers, the other part of the business is the partner business. And Erin had already touched on it. She said she's like helping the partners to create, you know, their own page, and she helps them to adjust the link and so on and so forth. But what if you are training your partner and they're a bit like me, a bit like slow on the uptake, and you are creating a hub for your new partner where anything and everything you're teaching them is in one place. And you're creating folders like useful apps or a folder, Facebook groups. And then you're using the links from the Facebook groups and you're dropping them all in there. And anything and everything that you're teaching your partner, you know, some of it may be box standard, which you're teaching every partner. So you can populate with a copy paste feature, you can populate your new partners' boards with this box standard information. But then any additional, you know, individual coaching or help that that partner needs can go into their personalized boards. And they too will now have just one hub and are not so overwhelmed, because quite frankly, I mean, I've now been a partner here for a good year. I find the two back offices with Juice Plus, plus the boards, plus the groups, I find it so overwhelming, it's sometimes suffocating me. It's too much information and I can't absorb everything that quickly. I need to go so slow. And then I'm sure a lot of other new partners are experiencing the same information overload. And now you can work with them really slowly and just, you know, drip feed them the information that they need at their stage. But by putting it into a boards, creating their own folder, it will also prevent them from having to ask you the same question over and over again, because you can say, hey, I put it in your folder, take another look at it. So I think that could be quite efficient working like that. So then I wanted to share with you a couple of fun things. So nothing is, so I'm gonna show you the feature of creating a page and giving you a couple of suggestions what can be done with that. So Erin had shared with you the page that Stacy had created with all of the Juice Plus information and how you can change the button feature to insert your own link. Okay. Can you see this?
That's fabulous.
So I'm, I think I mentioned it before, I'm getting coaching in digital marketing. And one of the things that I'm doing is I'm creating a funnel. And a funnel requires a freebie, a giveaway. So I have created a landing page. I would probably now redo it a little bit, but for the purpose of sharing what you can do with it is you can use the same page feature that Erin had shared with you, that we have our Juice Plus information on, and you can make your own page. You can use it for whatever you want. So in this example, I created an ebook called Healthy Habits for Hectic Homes. And, you know, with the goal of people being interested in the freebie, booking a consultation with me, and then getting onto the Juice Plus ultimately. And so I took a screenshot of the picture of the book that I created. I added a video that, you know, talked a little bit more and kind of like encourages people to book an appointment with me. And then underneath the second picture of the same book, they have the download link, which I, you know, put in there. So if I click on this, and they would go to my flip book. Oopsie, dang it. 1 second, now I accidentally closed it. That was here. And so they can download, can you still see me? Yeah.
but we
Oh,
can't see your
Oh,
face.
okay, I'm sorry. There we go. Now you can see it, right? So then I have the download link here for my freebie. And then I've created a schedule with Calendly where people can book themselves for a free consultation session. That helps me with not having to go to and fro with anybody to try and find, you know, a mutual time. I've got my work hours set, and within those work hours, there are half-hour slots available, and then people can check their own calendar and see when they would like to, you know, book an appointment with me. So that is something that you can do. And, you know, whether you're doing a funnel with a freebie or you have your own sort of like equivalent to a website, you know, you can use, for example, that calendar feature and save yourself a lot of time and aggravation of going to and fro. So the Calendly, by the way, is also free of charge.
Can you do that for a future training, Nadja, on how to create
Yeah.
a funnel?
Yeah, sure. To create what?
A funnel?
Oh,
To do what you're doing?
no, I can't do that. This is not something that you can really cover in an hour. It's a long process. This is a 6-month training that I'm doing. But I can definitely share with you how you can set up a calendar in Calendly and include that in your page. Another thing that you can do is create a newsletter. So let's just do something like this for kicks and giggles. Newsletter. Okay. In order to create a newsletter, you would also add a page. This is already familiar to you. You've seen this when Erin explained this to you. And now we can do a quick sample of, you know, what we, you know, how we can create a newsletter out of nothing. So you start with, you know, headline, newsletter. Hello. Happy May. I hope you're doing well. So you can, you know, start writing your text. I'm not going to go into like writing big long paragraphs. You get the drift. You can go to this button. So remember, I'm on my desktop. You can go to this button and select something from an existing boards, right? So let's pick this one, for example, and then you insert it. Oh, there it is. Then maybe you do another text here to just break things up a little bit. Then you go on image. Maybe you want to pick an image that you took of your tower garden or your smoothie that you made with the Juice Plus product. I'm now going into my library on my desktop and I'm picking a picture that I want to add to my newsletter. And then you finish up with adding a button. And the nice thing is when you're on your desktop, you have a whole range of different buttons to choose from. So you can include a Calendly link for the appointments, or you can choose a contact form of your choice. So let's say I want to have people contact me via WhatsApp because, you know, I have customers in Europe, for example. Then I can put my phone number in. And then this button shows up, and on this mock version of my newsletter, you can see at the bottom, talk on WhatsApp. And when I click on this now, WhatsApp shows up and I can, you know, that person can now continue to talk to me on WhatsApp. So the nice thing is if you have a team, for example, and you're doing a newsletter, either, you know, as a collaboration, you're doing it together, or you're, you know, you're the spearhead of your team and you want to help your partners to have some material to forward, then you can do what Erin showed earlier with a, you know, with a copy paste feature. You can prepare the newsletter and your partner can just change the information that's behind the button and put in their own phone number, and then it looks like it's the newsletter that's coming from them. So, you know, that's another great way. It shows you that we don't really need to spend any money on websites anymore, and that the boards can function as a landing page if you're sort of like doing, you know, online marketing, or it can function as a newsletter. So, you know, there is just so much that you can do with it. I mean, it basically, it's just your imagination that would limit the possibilities. Okay, so that's basically what I wanted to share. So to create hubs for yourself, for customers, for partners, use boards as a landing page, as a newsletter, and yeah, hopefully that helped you.
Wow, that was fabulous. Thank you so much, Nadia. And I know Erin had another appointment, so she had to leave, but I have learned so much, and it's so lovely that we're going to have this as a recording so we can go back step by step and revisit some of the things. And it was incredibly helpful. So thank you so much. And
You're welcome.
recording.